Hi, third graders. I hope you're staying warm. Getting a lot of snow, so hopefully everybody is safe and you're inside and you're warm. If you're out shoveling and helping with that, hopefully you guys, yeah, it's a lot. You're having fun. You're having some fun. So for math today, we're going to do a review of addition and subtraction. So we're not going to learn, it's not going to be any new learning, but it's just going to be some review of some skills that maybe we don't normally review. I guess we don't normally have time to come back and review a lot. So I think today it's kind of a nice thing that we get to go back and review some addition and subtraction. So here we're going to focus on addition. So my hint for addition is if numbers are larger than 10, 100, so 10 if you're in the ones place, if they're larger than 100 if you're in the tens place, if they're larger than 1,000 if you're in the hundreds place, then you need to regroup. And let me show you what I mean by that. If we look at this first problem, 99 plus 89, okay, you can do this in several different ways. Okay, one of the strategies we learned was partial sums. So we do the hundreds. So we do 90 plus 80, and that would be 170. Hopefully I had time to do that. And then we'll go and do the ones. I might just switch to a different color. Do the ones. It's 9 plus 8. And that equals 17. Okay? Make sure that you line everything up. So then the answer to that, and this is kind of in my way. Let's see if I can move this. Should be able to move it up here. There we go. So our answer to that should be 7 plus 0 is 7. If we're in the tens place now, 7 plus 1, which is really 70 plus 10, which would be 80, 187. Okay? So that's one strategy we learned was the partial sums. I know a lot of us have been switching to just traditional where you add the ones, then you go down to, then you go to the tens, then you go to the hundreds. So we can go ahead and try that one. Go ahead and clear my screen so it's not so messy. I'm going to start with my ones. 7 plus 7 is 14. So this is what I'm talking about. If it's greater than 10 in the ones place, as in 14, put the ones down here, but then the tens have to be regrouped. You have to give that group of tens to the tens place. Okay, then I'm going to switch to the tens place. So we have 22 plus 3, which is really 20 plus 30, which is 50, but don't forget this group of 10 that we got from the ones place. So that would be 60. Then I go to the hundreds place. That's just 100, so 164. Okay, let's do the last one. And really, when you do your activity at home today, I want you to choose the strategy that's best for you. I'm not going to be looking for a specific one. I want you to just pick the one that is going to be successful for you. Okay. I'm going to do traditional because that is just what I'm familiar with. So I'm going to circle. I circled that, and you don't have to do the circling. I'm just circling it so you can see what I'm working on. 5 plus 9. So 5 plus 9 is 14. So again, it's greater than 10. So I need to put the ones down here. And then I'm going to put my group of 10 into the tens place. Okay. Then I'm going to go to my tens group. This is my tens group. I have 5 and 5, which is really 50 plus 50 is 100. But don't forget that group of 10 that you had to pull from the ones place. So that would be 111. So my answer would be 114. Okay. So hopefully that is just somewhat of a kind of a quick review for us. Let's move on to subtraction. Subtraction gets a little trickier, but I know we can do it. Okay, my hint for subtraction is if the top number is less than the bottom number, you need to borrow. Okay, so for instance, with this first problem, 93 take away 89. The 3 is smaller than the 9. If I have 3, I cannot take 9 from it. So I need to borrow from my neighbor. My neighbor is a 9. So I'm going to take and cross the 9 out, make it an 8. And now the 3, since I borrowed a group of 10, the 3 becomes 13. Now my top number is larger than my bottom number. So now I can do 13 take away 9. So it's important you flip your brain back to subtraction. So 13 take away 9 is 4. 8 take away 8 is 0. So my answer to that problem is 4. Okay. It's going to be a lot harder for me to show on the screen, but remember you can also do counting up strategy with a number line. Okay. Where you'd start with your smaller number and go to your larger number. Okay. Let's do 122 take away 37. Okay. So I'm going to start with my ones place. 2 minus 7. I can't do that because the 2 is smaller than the 7. Okay, so I'm going to go to my neighbor. I'm going to cross this 2 out and make it a 1. I'm going to take that 10 that I took from the tens place and put it with the ones place. That now becomes a 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. Now, take a look. I have 10 take away 3. I can't do that. So I got to take from this hundreds place. If I only have 100, I'm going to make this a 0, but I am going to put the 100 up here. So it's really 110. 110 take away 30, or you can think of it as 11 take away 3, is 8. So your answer there is 85. Okay, most of us are pretty secure with the subtracting part. It's the borrowing that gets a little tricky, and that's okay. We're just going to do our best. Remember, you have those strategies, though. You can do the number line. Miss Taylor isn't going to do it on her screen, though, because it's just going to get a little sloppy, but you can do it on a piece of scratch paper if you have it. Okay, let's go to the last one. 75 take away 59. Let's start with the ones place. Cannot do 5 minus 9. Can't do it. So I'm going to borrow from the 70 up here. I'm going to borrow a 10, so this becomes a 6. And this becomes 15. Remember, I'm taking the 10 from this place, moving it over to the ones place. So this is now 15 take away 9. So 15 take away 9 is 6. Now I can do my last subtraction problem, which is 6 minus 5, which is really 60 minus 50, but it's in the tens place, so we can just say 6 minus 5, which is 1. So the answer is 16. Okay? So, your job. Okay? I'm sorry, I didn't write it here, but you have 2 jobs. One is a have to, and one is a game. You can do if you get finished with your activity pretty quickly. Your first job is to complete the activity page for math. Okay, it's going to be a sheet with addition and subtraction with regrouping. So where you can find that is you're going to go into, let me get to where I need to be. So you're going to go into your math folder. Okay, and yours will just pop up. Okay, you're going to see where you're going to have 2 things posted for math. You're going to see one that says 2-22 activity, addition and subtraction with regrouping, and then you're going to see a game, money math. Okay, the game is the optional if you want to play it. The one that says activity right here where my cursor is, that's the have to. Okay, so again, the activity is a have to. That's what I'm going to look at to see if you complete it for attendance. The game is just if you want to. Okay, I'm going to open that activity up. It says click the add button to find your name. Use the pen or the typing tool to solve each problem. Use the microphone to explain your work for just one problem. And then click the check mark to submit your work. So if I'm the sample student, I'm going to add my response. I'm going to pretend I'm the sample student. Here's my work. It's one sheet. It's 8 problems. You've got 4 addition and 4 subtraction with regroup. Some with regrouping, some not. Okay. When you're done and you've solved all your problem, all the work, you can use the pen or the typing tool, whatever you're comfortable with. You'll hit the green check and you will upload it. Okay. Remember, the activity is the have to. The game is optional. The game is optional. Okay. So to show you the game, okay, you just click the link. There's nothing you have to turn in. And it is simply making change. So you look, it'll give you the scenario. If you have 75 cents and you find 1 quarter on the ground, how much money do you have? You click the money over here to put the total right here. So if I have 75 cents and I get another quarter, how much money do I have? I can do this. I can do it that way, or I could have just clicked the dollar bill. Submit. Yay, I got it right. Okay, and I'll just go through a bunch of problems for you. Okay. So I hope that wasn't too stressful for you guys. It's really just review. Okay. It's really just to brush up on our skills on addition and subtraction. With regrouping, I know that's kind of tricky for us, so I thought today would be a great day to just go back and hone in on those skills. And we don't get a chance to talk about Money Munch, so that's why I wanted to have you have that option of playing the money game. Okay, so if you could get that activity done and sent in, I can mark you as having completed the work. Again, the game is just optional. All right, if you have any questions, you can join Google Meet. I'll be on it all day. Have a great day.